Hi guys, today we are going to do this beautiful painting. I picked this one because I found it to be pretty simple. It's great for beginners and you can learn a lot in this painting. As you can see, we have really nice reflections. I'll be able to show you that. And we have some really nice colors going on there. Nice sun and the oranges and the water and all the beautiful colors that we have there we will do in our lesson. So the brushes I'm going to use for this painting is bristle brush, and that's just a you can get a 1/2 inch, or like I said, depending on your canvas. Mine is 11 by 14 and 1/2 inch or less. And I also have a smaller bristle brush. Okay, so these are for pouncing. You're pouncing on your trees here. That's what they're for. Okay, they're there. And also I'm going to use this one to do my getting my sky on there, mixing my colors, because I do find, and I've tried it many times, that these synthetic brushes and sable brushes and these ones here, nylons, they just leave streaks. I found, and I can't get it to blend properly. So unless you're using blending gel, which I will not be using in my painting here on video, because it just leaves a glare and a shine. So, and then that's all you can see. So I don't use blending gels or mediums in my paints while I'm videotaping, because it just leaves a glare because the paint won't dry. So you guys can use blending gel if it works good for you, and I would use it if if I wasn't doing a video. So these are the paints that you need for this painting. You have cad red, cad yellow, ultramarine blue, and just white. I just have them all separated so I won't get them all mixed in with the colors. And if you don't have those colors, then use whatever yellow you have there, whatever red or blue. And we're going to mix our own purples and oranges with those colors. So we'll start off with the sky. And what I did was I took a bit of tape and I taped it off a little under halfway, and you don't have to do that. If you want to make your straight line, you can take a chiseled edge brush and just make a nice straight line across. So let's mix up a really nice purplish color. So I'm going to take my blue and some red. You may have to mix the colors to get the color that you like, more red or more blue, and some white. Let's see what color I want. Let me see. I think that should do it for now. That's not bad. Okay, so we'll put some purple color up here. There we go. Some more paint if we need it. Just go right straight across the top of the canvas. Good. Just mix up more paint if we need it, or make a batch. If you make a batch, then you don't have to worry about trying to get exactly the same colors every time you mix. See how I got that one a little darker because I remixed it again. That's okay. Now I'm going to get more white this time. And I'm going to add white and lighten it up a little bit to get a lighter purplish color. And I'm going to come here and come up into, blend those two colors together. There we go. And this time we're going to get more white. And just white this time. You don't need to go into your purple. Let's just go with white. Start really lightening that up. Good. See? Get that center nice and bright there. We'll go back and forth. Just back and forth. Get it all blended nicely. Good. And we'll come down so far because we want to leave some room for our yellow. I'm getting more white. And I'm going over here. Going back and forth. Leave your brush dirty so you can pick up some of that purplish color. And back and forth. More white. Lots of white. Good. Gets nice and bright down here then. Let's see how you're picking up some of that purple. That's really nice. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to clean that up. Just going back and forth so it all blends really nice. See, that's pretty. Now take all the paint off my brush, clean it off really good. Just have a damp brush. I'm going to just clean up some of this up here just so that it all blends nicely. You just go back over it with just a clean brush. Just so you can get it cleaned up and nice and smooth. There we go. Now just go into only white on your clean brush and put some white down here. Get it ready for your yellow. You can start putting on the yellow without the white if you like, but I do this because it helps blend nicely. So just white for now. And now you can pick up some yellow. With the white on your brush is fine. And we're going to put on some yellow over here. Let's come up a little bit. Good. Just come in here. Leave a little white. We're going to put a nice light there. See how the white makes it blend much better? Good. Now, that's pretty. Now while that's wet and on your dirty brush, pick up a little bit of red. And we'll put that in here just to, because it's still wet, well, that'll turn a bit orangey. Good. Might be a little red there now, but that's okay. We can always go back and get some more yellow. You can mix up yellow and red to make some orange if you want to do it that way instead of putting it on like that. But I like to experiment. Okay, so we'll just put that over here. Good. Nice and colorful. I'm going to clean my brush and I'm going to go back into some of this purplish color here. I'm going to add a little bit of purple over here, not much, just a little bit over here. Just a little bit on the side. There we go. Lots of different ways you can do it. Clean your brush off really good. And pick up some more yellow. And try to get that a little brighter. Now, so we will and try and add a little bit of white to that to brighten it up a bit more. Good. I'm going to clean my brush off really good, take all the paint off and just get a damp brush. Nothing on my brush, and I'm just going to blend that little line right there. See? Always try to blend your lines a little bit because you don't really want, I'll come down here again, you don't really want to be just lines everywhere. It doesn't, I like a nice smooth transition. Yep, I might add more yellow. Keep putting color in until you're happy with it. And a little bit of white. Now you might get the color you want right away, but I didn't, so I got it a little bit darker than what I was hoping. There we go, that's better. That's better. Now the camera, it looks like it's pretty bright red there, or it's not as orangey as it looks in real life. Now the next thing we're going to do is add some of those white little clouds. You get some white streaks going through here and some yellows and oranges. So we'll just streak them in. Just streak them in. Okay. Keep using the same brush. So just go into your white. Just go into white and start putting in streaks of white going across the sky. Just these little streaks of white. Good. Shake your hand a little bit. Let's see where else we need them. Wherever you want them. There's a nice little one up here. Maybe there's a little one right here. All you do is go straight across, see? I'm not pushing very hard. I'm not pushing very hard because you'll just get a big flat blob. I'll get some of those on there for now. Pick up a little yellow. Little yellow. And we'll put some little bits of yellow in here too. There we go. It adds a bit of color. Yellow and purple are complementary to each other on the color wheel. It adds a bit of color to the painting, see? There we go. Just going to make a couple little dabs over here, a little bit of white. Kind of shaking my hand a little bit so that it'll look, so it won't look like just straight lines. Good. Okay, great. So the next thing we'll do is we will add some of those really nice trees. See? Good. We won't do the reflections right away until we take the tape off. So what we're going to do is we are going to we're going to make our own green, okay? Now you can use sap green if you prefer. If you already have pre-mixed colors, you can go ahead and use just sap green. I'm going to put together, this is a good way to learn how to mix your colors. I'm going to put my ultramarine blue and some yellow to make a nice dark green. It's a really dark green, see that? Don't know what it's like on your side, but it comes out to be a really nice dark green, the ultramarine blue and yellow. So just take your bristle brush, your 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch or whatever you got there, and just tap, 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 tap. Alright, that's one tree. So we want to make sure that they get different shapes. We got another one over here. Just tap. There we go, and then tap over, fill in that spot. Then you tap again, another one. Another one. Tap over away from that one so you can separate them a little bit. Get different heights. And come up again, probably another one. Pick up some more paint. And the big one goes probably around here. So this one here is going to come over here, and we are going to make a bigger one right here. Tap, 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 tap. And bring that down. Give a bit of a shape to it. Oh, looks like wings. Okay, good. And then we'll get another one. Let's get a nice big one right here. Just tap, tap, tap. And come down around. Just join it up with that one. And then move out and come up a little bit and down. Good. Now that paint's a bit wet, so it's picking up that orange. Now, I'm just mixing some colors there, and I'm coming over and I'm going to come down a little, make them a bit smaller. Now see how they're lightening up because of the orange there, so probably better off waiting for your orange to, although the trees will be okay because the orange will brighten them up, but we can put some darks in there again in a minute. So as long as you get some shapes to your trees, we're going to highlight those. And we're going to fix them up so that they've got better shapes. Looks like buildings there now. Okay. Let's shape this up a little bit better. Good. Alright. Yep, so we can go back in and shape them up. And that there, we'll have to darken that after. So, as you can see, you may need to dry your background paint before you tap on your trees, because the paint mixed with it, and that's good that you know that, because that you could realize that if you're tapping over your background, you want to make sure the background is nice and dry so that you can get what you want to put on top of it, the proper colors. So while we're waiting for that to dry, we'll continue with that after. We'll come back to that, and I like to move on to different places anyway, so we'll take this tape off and we will work with the bottom. Now the water on the bottom, this water down here is going to reflect from the sky, so the sky is going to reflect, and you're going to have reflections from the trees in the water. So we will do that. We will basically do the same thing we did on top, and we'll do that on the bottom. So all you need is your clean brush, same brush, and you're going to pick up your, like your purple, red, and blue, or your sap green, or whatever you have there that you want to use, and some white. It's basically the same color as the sky, and we're going to put that here on the bottom. We're going to start at the bottom. There we go. Start at the bottom, go right across, make a thin line going across, and we'll just go right here and up here, and we'll go over here this side. Good. Now with your dirty brush, you're going to pick up white. So see, by separating those whites, at least I got some clean white now, because if I had to have my white over here, I would have had to go get more paint, because I would have had it all different colors. So with a dirty brush, just go back and forth in the middle here. Good. We'll call it a dirty brush. Get some more white. Go back over that. So all it is putting on your purple first, and then using white to blend out the rest, because your dirty brush will pick up the purple and it will lighten it up at the same time, but yet you're going to still get the same colors. So keep going. This is pretty simple. Just put the purple in the corners, or at this up here you put it up at top, and then you come down with some white and blend it all together, and then put your yellows on after. Just have some fun with it. Alright, so get some more white. If it gets too white, you can always, but my brush still has some nice purple left behind it, which is good. We're going to put some yellow over here too, but I just want to put my white on like I did before. Get that in there. If your paint starts to dry on you, then get something, a little bottle, and just mist it. Just mist. That will help the paint move. There we go. See, it's smoother. Look at that nice purple coming off my brush. It's great. That is great. Good. I'm just trying to get up under that line. Back and forth. Long strokes. Oh, that's nice. Pretty. Now before we put on our reflections, put our yellows on over in this corner to match that one. So just bring in some of your yellow. Bring it over. If your yellow is too strong, mine is a medium yellow, but a really bright yellow would be nice. So I'm going to add white to mine because I use a stronger yellow. So I'm just going to add some white to mine to brighten it up. Good. I'm going to put some yellow over here too. Just try to reflect in the water what's on top, what's on the sky. Makes it really pretty. Good. And I'm going to add a little bit of red. This time I'm not going to add as much. Red is really strong, see? I only just add the tiniest bit that time, and still it turned really a little more redder than I hoped, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It's nice and colorful. Alright, so if you need more, good. Add a bit of white to that if you like. Just play with the colors until you're happy with them, because like I say, I like to have a bit of white up here just to, so it won't be so overpowering. You find sometimes your colors just so red or yellow or whatever, they're too overpowering. They kind of overpower the painting, and they don't look right then. Now we're going to reflect the trees down into the water. So just pick up your color that you made for your trees. Okay, your blue and your yellow. Just tap it onto your same brush. I'll let you know when you got to change. So just take this and just tap down here. Don't have to be perfect, but it'd be nice to get kind of like the shape that you have there. Just move it over and come down and over here. If that brush is too big, you can change it to a smaller brush. Okay, so there's good. Just tapping away at my colors here so I can pick up some colors. Now this one here comes down to about here, so I'm just going to tap. Try to get it look like the shape up on top. The colors under the water can be a little lighter. Alright. Tap tap, tap, tap. I'm just trying to get a nice color there. There we go, that's a nice color. We'll tap over here because there's trees over here, and then this one comes down here. You can turn your canvas upside down too, if that will help. That one's a little bigger than the other one. Good, and this one comes over here and down, over like that, and there, and over here. Same thing, paint is still wet, but that's okay. Now take your dirty brush and just pull across very gently. Don't push too hard, just to give it a watery look, okay? Just touch and pull over gently, gently, barely touch the canvas. Alright, good. And now you want to come down here and just pull across so it looks like it's underwater. See? I'm only touching the very tip of my brush. See? Good. So that gives it the underwater look. Now I'm going to try and darken up these trees over here a little bit. Just putting in the dark green. They don't want to, do they? They don't want to go dark. Look. They're going to fight me all the way. Oh no. Alright, well that's fine. That's fine. They can be like that. They can be lighter color trees over there because the sun is shining behind them, or the lightness is shining behind them. So we'll just leave that for now. And then we're going to take some green. A little bit of a lighter green by tapping in a little more yellow into your blue, or your green that you already made, okay? A little bit lighter. Just add some different values to your trees. So you have your dark value. Now we have a medium value. Stay to the right of the tree. We'll say that the sun is over here, so it's coming over this way. So the right side of the trees should be a little brighter. Just lighten up that green that you made, and then just tap on. Tap, 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 tap. Try to leave some shadow on the left-hand side. This one here. Okay. Might need to let your paint dry. As you can see, some of the canvas is actually coming through on that. So I'm going to let that dry and we'll come back to that in a minute. So I don't want to steer you wrong. But I also don't want to redo this and then come back and be beautiful and be like, how'd you do that? I don't want to do that to you. So we're going to do it all together, no matter how it turns out, okay? Over here, this corner here, over here, we have a little bush. Alright, a little bush, just a little bush there. You can put a few of those bushes around in your water if you like. I'm just going to put one here for now. I'm going to take my blue again. I'm going to make a clean part of the canvas to get away from that lighter green I did, because I want to get a dark green again. So I'm going to blue and yellow, or your sap green. Okay, so let's make a little bush right here. Just tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Come down a bit. Come down this way for the reflection. Okay? So just come down and around. Just give it, that's going to be the reflection down there. Good. Leave that there like that. And let's pick up some of this white. I'm using now, I'm changing to my chiseled edge brush, because I'm going to now make a little island right here, or a little separation, okay? And I'm using white and maybe a little bit of that purple color, but nice and bright. Let's see, that should do it. Really, really, really bright. Good. So with a steady hand, take your brush, go on that line where you made, and go straight across. I'm just going to go straight across. I'm not going to lift my hand yet. And I'm going to go, I'm pushing it on the brush, and I'm going straight over. I'm running out of paint, so I have to lift my hand up now. Now, touch. Ooh. Okay. Let me try it this way. It's hard to get the angle right because I'm standing. Boom. There we go. And this one right here, let's pick a spot where there's good. All right, so that separates those two. See, that's how you make things look like they're underwater, and that's part of the way to do that. So clean off your brush and use the same brush, and let's just sort of take this and separate it a little bit just to get it to blend in with the rest of the water, okay? Just play with that part there, that's all, just so it won't be a big old line coming out of there. Pick up a little bit of your white and a little bit of purple, and we'll make some water lines. You can do this with a fan brush if you like. Today I'm going to try this brush here just to make some water lines over our reflections, alright? Now that will just make it look like it's underwater, see? Let's see, just a couple little straight lines. We probably should use the fan brush because I'm not getting the results I want with that brush. But you can keep trying with the chiseled edge brush. I'm going to try it with the fan brush. Alright. So you notice by my videos I kind of change my mind at times, and I make mistakes, and I just leave it in the video because people say, you know, how come I can't paint like you? How come it's so easy for you and not for me? Well, even for people who are used to painting, still have a hard time. But what happens is the video is shut off, or it's in time lapse, and you don't see where they fixed it all up, and you say, wow, what a beautiful painting, how did they do that? So you can't, it's hard to learn. You can pick up lots of tips and everything, but it's hard to learn or figure out how the painting got that way unless you actually see what's going on. It's like watching somebody live, you know, if you were actually in their studio and seeing how they're doing things. And even though this is not live video, which I am going to be doing live videos, but it's not live. But yet, I'm trying to do it as if you're here with me now. So you can watch. So I'm just making these little short strokes. Hard to see, but you know, they're there, as you can see. And I'm going to pick up a little bit of that purple. And I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to do it this way. I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to actually turn my brush like this, and I'm going to pull over I'm going to make some highlights on the water by pulling over. Now I need it to be more white, okay? I probably got it too much to the same color. So I'm just going to pull over, and that gives us some shimmer on the water, see? A bit of shimmer on the water. Shimmer. When that dries up there, I can add some more shimmer. See? We're getting pretty close to being done, actually. All we need to do is our final details and our highlights and anything else that you want to fix. And very quick, easy, short painting. You could do in about a half an hour, maybe an hour. Pick up your smaller bristle brush. This is a smaller one, smaller than the 1/2 inch there. And put on pure white, and we'll put some light. See that little yellow light sticking out there? Let's brighten that right up. Coming out behind that tree. See that? See how nice and bright that is? We can wipe off our brush so it won't be too bright, and we can put some of that white reflecting into the water. Let it reflect into the water, see? Just a little bit. We don't want to overdo it. Maybe it's a little bit reflecting up here a little bit. Yeah. So that nice bright sun shining out from there looks really nice. As you can see, it's a pretty little painting. It's not finished. Just another few minutes and we'll have it finished. But I want to show you that you get the nice dark sky up here, and the corners is nice and dark, and down in these 2 corners is dark. So what happens is somebody looking at your painting, their eye are going to be automatically drawn to the center of the painting, which is all that nice color and the brightness and the trees. My trees are bigger here on this canvas. I wanted to make them bigger so you could really see them. And see, as you can see, these trees are smaller. So you can either have them smaller or you can have them a bit bigger. Like I said, I made them a bit bigger just so you can see what I was doing, right? You can see it's pretty big compared to that one. So whatever your preference is, okay? Doesn't have to be exactly like mine, but you can use this as a reference and have some fun with it. You know, I kind of like those trees bright like that in the background. That's kind of nice because it looks like that. It's so bright over there that it's coming right through to the trees. So that's okay now that they're brighter. I don't mind. But what I would like to do is I would like to add a little bit of dark shadows in there too for contrast. So I'm going to mix up a dark green and I'm going to put that in here. Nice dark green. You can hear my brush tapping away. So I'm just going to tap that in here just at the bottom. So I'm going to leave the tops alone. This brush is a little big. I'm going to use the other brush. See what I mean? Always changing brushes, and that's I want you to see that because you might have to do that too. You might have to. Depends on your canvas. See, I don't know what size canvas you're using. Some are using like 8.5 by 11. Some people are using 16 by 20, 18 by 24. You know, everybody's using something different. So you have to adjust your brushes to your canvas. All right. So adding that little bit of shadows there on the bottom, that gives a little more contrast to the trees. All right. So now let's do a little highlighting. Go back to my bigger brush again. See what happens. I might change my mind again. You never know. Okay, so I'm going to add some yellow to my dark green that I made. Okay, you can use that one or one you already made over here, wherever it is, and you tap it in so you can get some nice greens, so it's not just one color. And just tap on that side. That's the right side. If you need more yellow, go get it. Thinking I might need a little bit more. Just to get that brightness from that background there. I'm just touching. I'm not pushing my brush around or anything. I'm just touching. Touch. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Just touch. Touch. Okay. A little bit brighter. Touch, 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 touch. Touch. And I'm moving my brush around a bit so I can get the shapes and the forms a bit better. Okay. Let's see what I can do with this tree. This one is mad at me, I think. I don't think he's happy with me. And I'm going to tap on this side of the tree. Get that nice brightness right into the tree as if it's coming off that light. And these are nice and bright, so you don't have to worry about those too much. And we will move that around. I might have put some more dark in there. And a little bit on this side here where the sun is shining. Good. A little bit of reflection down here. Not too much. I'm not gonna touch them too much. Okay, so that one center tree is really, really, really off. Really ugly. So I'm gonna try and fix it. Let's see what I can do. Oh my. You think you got problems. Alright. I'm just tapping in the really dark green again. Alright. Just tapping in the green, dark green again. So you need to get some shape and forms to your tree. It can't be just a green blob. And what does that is the darks. The dark makes it, gives it nice shapes. I'm going to keep trying to get something going here. Maybe some trees behind it or something like that. That might help. Let's see. Tap that one out a little bit more on this side. Boy, I never made such an ugly tree. Let's see if I can get that to come up here like that. Boy, oh boy. That is amazing. Alright. Now I'm just going to tap on the dark color again. And then I'm going to put a highlight on it and hope for the best. Alright. So, we got a big, funny, bushy tree. Hopefully, see, it's not much different than that one really, but the only thing with this one, it's smaller, so it looks better. Right? So I made mine pretty big just so you could see it, but now it looks like a big old bush. But that's okay. It's okay, we'll lighten that up now and we'll put some highlight on the corners. Let's see, I'll start at the top to the right. Good. A little bit here and a little bit there. Good. And just a little bit of highlight on. That gives it a bit more form and a little bit of shape there. And we'll try the other one now and see. See. Just going to add a little bit here. A little bit better. A little bit better. Good. There we go. Now I think, you know something, I'm going to call that finished because that's pretty much all we can do with that one right now. You can put more layers of paint on it. You can do whatever you want with it, but that's the basic painting and the basic techniques, and it was pretty simple. And as you can see, sometimes you run into a little problem where you have a problem with a tree or, you know, or something, a reflection, but I'm quite pleased, and if you are, let me know. Give me a like or a comment. Let me know if you like this painting. And you guys go and have some fun with that, and I'll leave some links to some other upcoming paintings that I'm going to be doing for you. I'm going to make shorter videos like this one so that we can do one painting in one session. So I'm going to say goodbye for now and see you in the next video from Allison Pryor. Bye! Well, thank you very much for painting along with me, and I hope you enjoyed that painting. And if you liked this video, then you can subscribe so you can get more free videos. And you can like, share if you could, if you think it could help other people. And if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments section below. And or you can email me at allisonpryor@yahoo.com. So I'll see you in the next video.